What's up, guys? It's Coach Colton here. As you can see, I'm holding my phone like selfie mode. I'm doing this video and I don't have one of the real nice cameras like you guys have seen with probably other YouTube videos, so you're gonna have to deal with it. Anyway, the question I'm doing today is on training a high school program where the players have little to no experience. I'll be honest, it's gonna be one of the hardest jobs you do in your life, but it'll probably be the best job in making you grow. So I'm gonna give you just a few tips on it. I'm gonna break the tips down in a little video and then we'll see how it goes. Tip number one is just keep your training simple. So for example, you've gotta affect your best players and you've gotta affect your worst players, meaning like they've gotta all benefit from it. So try and keep training simple. So if you're gonna do a technical session, like don't be so hard on the ones that need a bit more work, but challenge your other ones to push themselves a bit harder. When you get into actual tactical sessions, you really need to push them on doing different variations. So like if you're doing like a game, maybe you make your best players do 2-touch, but your players that you need to affect a bit more can have a bit more time, because less touches mean they need to think quicker, and if they're already not good, you don't need to be pressing them to do that just because that's what you think that you should be doing and pushing them too hard. It's like processing too much information at one time. You'll just end up failing. All right, so tip number two is you want to find your core leaders. When you're having people do things that don't know how to do, it kind of stresses them out sometimes, so they're going to be a bit pissed off. So you're going to need to find your core leaders, because your core leaders are going to be the ones that are they're gonna help you keep order. They're gonna keep having the players believe in you, and no matter how hard you push them, once you have those core leaders on your side, then you'll be able to build a team. Like they'll push the others to be better. The saying is always, good teams, the coaches hold them accountable, and great teams, the players hold them accountable. But that's true. So find your good leaders, because that'll help accelerate development 10 times more. Yeah, so for tip number three, just be realistic. I'm not telling you to look at it and be like, hey, you suck, or hey, we suck, we're not going to be any good. No, but when you're going to play the best team in the state, if you are, then don't tell them, oh yeah, we're definitely going to go win this. Just, tell them we're going to try, we're going to do our best, and we're going to use it as, they're probably going to have the ball more realistically. So let's use it as a defending session, a team defending. So you can work on those things, because usually with teams where you have little to no experience, like the question asked, you're not going to be playing 11v11 in practice. So just use everything as a learning opportunity. Be realistic with them, because players will sniff it out whenever you're saying things that you can't back up, and that they'll a bit stop believing in you. So the more realistic you are, the more honest you are with them, the more transparent you are, the more likely that they'll actually listen and buy into you for the future, or try and prove you wrong. But yeah, that's tip number three. Tip number four is just have a positive mindset. I mean, I said it a little bit about the future earlier. You want to tell your players you're building for the future, get them to buy into you, then maybe you can train them in the off season. A positive mindset will be a big thing. I mean, nobody likes when people are just negative all the time. I can't stand people being negative. So you can use it as a positive mindset for the players to get better, but use it, don't let it get down on you as well. Coaching high school is a hard thing, especially a school like this where you don't really have many players with experience. It's the hardest job you'll ever do in your life, because it's the one job that you actually have to learn to coach. Like if you already have a good team, you can put players out there and put them in a formation, and they'll just go beat everyone. But that's not coaching. Coaching is making a player better, making your team work collectively better, using those intertwining interpersonal relationships to achieve that goal. So just stay positive, and things will sort itself out. And tip number five is just growth, not necessarily just in terms of numbers. Obviously, if you're doing a good job and the players are now enjoying it, they'll want to get more experience, so you'll have more players coming into you. But I think focusing on growth as the players, like I keep saying about the future, you want to build them for the future. The freshmen you really want to focus on, because right now if they have little to no experience, well then you have 4 years with them in high school, so then they will have experience. So I guess that's the final tip I've got. I'm going to show you a little video that I put. I'm adding in from UConn's coach. women's basketball coach. He explains how he thinks about high school coaching, and it's pretty cool. I mean, he even says that he's went to high school practices and learned from it, and he's, you know, one of them. He never loses, so he's a pretty good coach. All right, so the next piece is that little video, and I hope you guys enjoy it.
And if it's a really good high school coach, it's never failed. I'll see at least one thing every single high school game I've ever been to that I go, that's interesting.
I'm surprised.
Oh, why?
Well,
Why?
if you want to rank it, here, I'll do it. High school coach, college coach, pro coach. What are the innovative things that high school coach?
Well, you know what? There's a lot of coaches coaching in the pros that are terrible. And there's a lot of high school coaches that are really, really good. So I think just because of where you coach doesn't necessarily make you a good or great coach. What are you looking at? Head up. Don't look down at the floor. Head up. Head up. Look at the post all the time. One of the advantages that I think we have is that I coached high school. So I know how to coach bad players. Because when you're coaching in high school, you're coaching bad players. You're coaching players that don't know how to play. You have to teach them how to play. So you have to come up with all these different ways to make that bad player a good player. I've coached kids who can't catch, can't dribble, can't pass, and can't shoot. And you have to figure out how to get them to be good.
Do they hate you for it?
Yes.
So there you have it. Those are my 5 tips. I hope it's been helpful. I don't claim to be a guru or the best or anything like that. I've just been asked questions and asked to start a channel and answer questions. Honestly, I feel pretty honored that people even care what I have to say. But I hope you've been able to watch it all the way through and that I haven't, you know, been a bore and had you leave halfway through it. So anyways, I hope you've enjoyed it, and subscribe, because like I'm gonna do more and I don't want to just be talking to a selfie camera, you know what I mean? Like I want people to actually be listening to it, and I want you to be able to come back to other videos. So just subscribe so I don't sit here and talk to myself in boredom. Thank you.